Wednesday morning. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Sheikh Bilal Assad and the wrong intention. That's the name of this morning's Nasiha, saying welcome to each and every one of you. Welcome on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Welcome on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on FM, on stream, wherever you are just consuming breakfast this morning. Welcome to you. We're going to make it exceptionally palatable so you can consume it easily for you this morning. Breakfast Radio Al Ansar. I'm Nishal Sir, and it is the 8th day of October, 6:30 exactly. Nazmira Qasim, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you?
I'm good. Despite
Alhamdulillah. Despite what? It's a Wednesday. The school holidays are flying. What despite do you
I didn't get a holiday. I did it. You got a holiday. I did it.
Doesn't feel like it.
No?
But no, not at all. But we have to make shukr. One
Indeed.
week is better than nothing at all.
Are the kids back on Monday?
Yes.
Are you back on Monday?
Yes.
Oh, shame.
Anywho, it is the 15th of Rabiul Thani, 1447. You know, it's a bit difficult during this holiday because it's the shortest ever.
Oh.
And then you think of the previous one, which was like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And you just got to remind your brain every single time.
You're like, why they didn't take
5
out one
days.
from there, put it here, make it 2.
5 days. But then you also remind yourself on the positive side that there's just 2 months before, like, 6 weeks, I think?
I want to be a teacher when I grow up, folks. Honestly, when I grow up, I want to be a teacher because I want to get first term holiday, second term holiday, third term holiday, fourth term holiday, annual leave, December holiday, and still complain about not having enough holiday. When I grow up, I want to be a teacher.
One day is one day. The children need to refresh themselves.
Yeah.
And so
no, I'm kidding. Listen, realistically speaking, right? So teachers do go on a holiday very, very often throughout the year, like every 90 days or whatever the case may be. But here's the thing, there's a significant amount of work that they're doing during the holiday.
That is true.
So yeah, realistically, before we complain, and I know I'm a chronic complainer. I'll admit there's no medication for it. But here's the thing, I do a little bit of research so I can understand why, but I'll still complain. So teachers do get an excessive amount of time off in the year. And I know this because there are a significant amount of teachers in the family. But here's the other thing. They're still working. So your kids are going back to lessons that are already planned. Take a guess when it was planned. During the holiday. Your kids are going back to worksheets and all of those things. Duh. It was done during the holiday. And then your kids are going back to marks and results for papers that were written previously. Shame. Ma'am was sitting up in marking papers.
So I don't do that.
Yeah, because you know,
I've never done it.
She's a primary school teacher.
No, across the board. But I'll tell you why. When it comes to school, madrasa, even private tutoring, I do it during the school. So like I'll stay in.
Yeah.
And I'll finish everything that needs to be done within that last 3 weeks of school.
Okay.
So term 4 prep is already done.
Done?
Lesson plans for the first 3 weeks are done.
Wow.
Everything is all done. It just allows me to be more relaxed and make more out of that break.
Well, there you go. Forward planning, not a bad idea.
Not at all.
Not at all. So, talking about forward planning, let's forward plan our trip to the office this morning.
Breakfast rush time.
Superintendent Rauf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. How are you doing this morning?
I'm just taking you around a drive around the course to see that it's clear for the 5K run.
Oh, lovely. I think I'll do that
I've just done the 5K run.
Oh, wow.
Wait, hold it. Did you do the 5K run sitting in your car, or were you actually like on the street?
Oh man, I got my khakis on, I got my shorts on, and my shirt t-shirt.
Lovely. All right, tell us what else is happening on the roads this morning.
If you're on the N2 traveling southbound, Zimbabwe, you got a horse and trailer. It's a Pantec turn horse with a double trailer that's overturned. Now, what's happening is traffic is slowing down. It's on the side of the road, but when the recovery starts taking place shortly. Now, for what reason they're doing it during peak, I just cannot fathom why they're doing it now. But the recovery will be taking place shortly, and then what's going to happen is the end southbound will be closed because those breakdowns are going to need the entire southbound carriageway to try and put right this vehicle on its wheels and then tow it away from there. If you're traveling on the M13 westbound, going towards Hillcrest, just before the Hillcrest turn-off, you got an accident involving two vehicles, so there's going to be delays in that vicinity that just allow for extra traveling time. We've also got on the M19 on-ramp from the M2 northbound, an accident there where a truck has gone into a barrier. So it's on a blind corner. There's an obstruction. There's going to be some delays there as well. Just allow people. I'm looking at the pictures coming. It doesn't look good. Yeah, so there's delays and vicinity. People are slowing down from that ramp to the N2 northbound, but just allow for extra traveling time there as well, please. The scene on the M13 before Hillcrest is still active. So give those emergency vehicles a way to get to them there, please. Stationary vehicle in the NC northbound that's now going towards Peter Mansfield. As you come from the ramp from Cliffdale, left-hand lane is obstructed as well, so there's delays. Just allow for extra traveling time there, please. That's your first update.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Raouf. Much appreciated. We'll catch up with you in a while on the show.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Now, while he gets the checkup done en route, let's check out what we can expect weather-wise on our route today.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
Okie dokie. It quite possibly would be if you're one of those kids that actually plays outside. There's not too many of you left. If you do play outside, stay that way. Be safe always. Mostly sunny, 24 degrees today. Pietermaritzburg, mostly sunny, 24 as well. Margate, mostly sunny, 23. Richards Bay, mostly sunny, 26 degrees. Ladysmith, a sunny, 29. Johannesburg, sunny, 26 degrees. Cape Town, mostly cloudy, 19. And that's your local weather.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willowton Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil Pure Sunflower Cooking Oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's the perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
This is the Breakfast Rush. It's the intelligent choice.
Urban. It's time to lace up for the Breakfast Rush family 5-kilometer fun run and walk. 11 October, 7 a.m. at the Blue Lagoon Lawns. Feel the rush as you race past the iconic Moses Mabhida Stadium and take in the ocean breeze along the Durban Promenade. Then the fun really begins. Scavenger hunts, kite building, burger eating contests, food trucks, prizes, and a 6-hour live broadcast from Radio Al Insan. Bring a brand new toy to spread joy to children in hospital, powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom stores.
Join us for the grand opening of Durban India Shopping Festival, 27th September, with entertainment by Versatile and Vande Mataram Dance Academy. Get all your Diwali shopping done in one place for the whole family. Monday to Thursday, free entry. Friday to Sunday and public holidays, only 20 Rand per person. Don't miss the biggest shopping experience, the biggest fireworks display, and the biggest car giveaway, happening only at Old Durban Drive-In. Durban India Shopping Festival. We bring India to you.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willowton Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
उनका मंगता हूँ जो मंगता नहीं होने देते उनका मंगता हूँ जो मंगता नहीं होने देते उनका मंगता हूँ जो मंगता नहीं होने मेरे आका मेरे आका मेरे आका मुझे रुसवा नहीं होने देते मेरे आका मुझे रुसवा नहीं होने
दर पे बोला मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बना मक्की मदनी
ईद तेरी हो ईद मेरी ईद तेरी हो ईद मेरी जलवा दिखाओ मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ मक्की मदनी
बोला मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बना मक्की मदनी
या मोहम्मद मोहम्मद मैं कहता रहा या मोहम्मद मोहम्मद मैं कहता रहा नूर के मोतियों की लड़ी बन गई नूर के मोतियों की लड़ी बन गई आयतों से मिलाता रहा आयतों से मिलाता रहा
फिर जो देखा तो नाते नबी बन गई फिर जो देखा तो नाते नबी बन गई
जो भी आंसू बहे सरकार के सब अबरे
Unka Mangta, who is the title of this that's playing out in the background now. The reason I've got it playing out in the background, it's a 20-minute track. If we play the whole thing, most of the show will be gone.
We need like a 3-hour show to do that.
No, not possible. Not possible. I found that out the very difficult way.
I am still hopeful.
Yeah.
One day is one day.
True story. One day could quite possibly be one day. Might be another day, but it just wouldn't be this day. Salamu alaikum. The 5-kilometer fun run on Saturday is the starting point, the ending point as well. Yes. Yes. And then they go say, by this, do we walk 2.5 and return 2.5 as cars are parked at the starting point? We've considered this, Bilkis. We've considered this. Initially, what we wanted to do was make you walk 5 kilometers away from your car and then take a taxi and come back. But then we thought, no, that'll be terrible. That'll be so bad. Like, slap on the wrist badge. You know what I mean? Then we thought to ourselves, maybe let's just get you to return to where your car was parked. And that sounded so much better, like what we did last year.
As opposed to getting us to do a 10-kilometer. That is very sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. You know, well, the 10-kilometer was something that was in the pipeline as well.
Oh, no.
Then in the pipeline was a bike ride.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a 15 kilometer bike.
We
But then
haven't
we were
reached
like,
that level of training. How we need to build
We
to
can't
it.
get them to make a poster for a 5 kilometer. Where are we going to get them to do something for a 15 kilometer? So we waited. You could, Paresh in Johannesburg says, hey, listen, do your 5K and then you can thumb a lift back.
Will Paresh be there to give us a lift back?
No,
No, then it's a problem.
you don't do that. The taxi guys might stop him. But anyway, so okay, all jokes aside, realistically, so we'll start at Blue Lagoon on the lawns. You can't miss it. It's that place where the Al Ansar outside broadcast van will be parked, where there'll be this massive start sign.
Yeah.
That's where you'll start. By the massive start sign, right? At the lagoon, at the circle, that's next to the lawns, that's right next to the beach.
You don't even need Google Maps anymore.
I told you exactly where to go. So we'll start there. You'll head under that M4 bridge toward the garage, toward NMR Avenue. You'll turn left on NMR. You'll go past, just a little bit past Moses Mobida Stadium, I think like halfway in. And then you'll turn left. You'll go under into that tunnel.
Okay.
Exit the tunnel, turn left. and come straight back down the promenade to Blue Lagoon,
With
to
the
where
ocean
hopefully your car is near.
as your view.
Yes, the ocean will be, your view over your right shoulder.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that.
Last year we had a complaint
Why?
that people didn't have enough time to enjoy the ocean view. So this year we decided we're going to give you a few hours extra while you're there.
There you go, sorted. And if you come
Enjoy.
early enough, like I would and Nishal would and
Ms. Mira
everybody
comes
else
early,
would,
definitely.
you would be able to watch the sunrise that Soup makes us jealous about every single day.
Thank you very much to all of you guys that are watching on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook at the moment. You guys are absolutely awesome. Rajan Naidu, good morning to you, my brother. I'm glad that you're there. Looks like you're feeling well as well. Fantastic. Great to have you. Trisha out in Dundee. Zara Muller, my brother Paresh out in Gauteng. And how do you pronounce Manunu?
Manunu. Manunu? I don't know.
MAN
UNU.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how. Manunu.
or MANUNU. You see the difference where you spell it? Kind of affects the way you want to say
Pronounce it, yeah.
There you go. Ibrahim Khan, assalamu alaikum to you as well. Talking about messages that have been coming through from very, very, very early this morning. Wahida Khan sending salams and duas as she always does. Thank you very much for your messages every morning.
And then Shabir and Shaida Ali saying Assalamu alaikum to everybody.
Brian Abrahams, to your dua. Says salams, good morning to you. Have a good Wednesday and stay well. Ameen.
And Farooq Khan says salams, brother Nishal and Naz.
Yeah.
3 sleeps left.
Farooq, 3 sleeps left. You better be there early in the morning to help us put the peg in the ground for all those whatever things we're going to be putting in the ground, right?
There you go. Come before Fajr.
Why not? Assalamu alaikum, Farida. Hope you are doing well as well.
And Shah and Mursina saying Salamu alaikum, wishing everyone a Mubarak Wednesday.
No, we're not even going to read that, man. MH, how you doing this morning, MH? I feel like I haven't spoken to MH in ages, honestly. It was just yesterday, but it does feel that way.
I don't want to disturb your sleep.
Okay.
Get up and listen to the breakfast rush.
Ooh. Did you feel that in your headphones?
No, exactly.
It's like
I didn't expect
it
that.
vibrated in the brain.
Wait. I got to do that again. Hang on for a second. MH is on something today. Seriously, he is.
I don't want to disturb your sleep.
Uh-huh.
Get up and listen to the breakfast rush.
Thank you, MH.
Bring that energy on Saturday.
Absolutely. MH is always full of energy. It's brilliant.
Shana says, Assalamu alaikum, salams and du'as to my loving brothers and family. Love you guys.
Absolutely. Avesh Diokumar. Good morning. Paresh saying, hey, I got skirk on that one. Yeah, and Naz as well. She literally jumped in her seat. But anyway, this is Razia.
Assalamu alaikum on this beautiful sunny Wednesday morning from Razia Kader.
Razia, wherever you are, hope you're doing well this morning. Today's bayan is probably brought to you by
Zara Bibi Mustafa. So it's quite a sweet one today. She says, Assalamu alaikum. Very sad moment yesterday to hear about our Baijan Marhum Yusuf Patel. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fill his qabr with noor and lightning. Grant him stars, grant the family Sabrun Jamil, and grant everyone at Al-Ansar Foundation Sabr as well.
Ameen to all of you duas. Fazila Kaji, assalamu alaikum to you. Shamsuddin Mullah, assalamu alaikum to you as well. Faisal and Najib, please check and let me know if I can register my grandson to join us on the fun run and walk. Yes, you can. You can register. The registration for the event that's this Saturday is still open. It's just registration, right? With the ability to come there. That's it.
Yes.
Nothing else.
Assalamu alaikum. Finisher medals ready for distribution. That's good news.
If you leave something to us to sort out, it gets sorted out. It's done. Shahid Mia, Hafizab, assalamu alaikum to you, Meroon, assalamu alaikum. Tabila's got your news coming up in 10 minutes. Unka Mangdahu, still playing in the background. I told you it's a long one, right?
It's beautiful.
It's still there. It's still there, but unfortunately, we got to take it away. It's 10 minutes now to 7 a.m. Just looking at what's on its way on the program. There is currently a proposal for governments to criminalize baby savers.
What?
This has caused an uproar as NGOs say we might witness a surge of infant deaths if this proposal is enforced. We'll be speaking with an NGO this morning to understand this matter. You can also expect a sporting update this Wednesday with brother Buddy Govender. Headlining news for this morning. I know that you want to read this one here, so I'll stay out of it because she had this little bit of a smile on her face when she read it the first time. So go for it.
So this time we're starting a little bit everywhere. Internationally, back home, the Department of International Relations and Cooperation said yesterday that the 6 South African activists who were on board the Global Sumud flotilla have arrived in Jordan en route home after being held captive in an Israeli prison. Now, the delegation is set, inshallah, to arrive at OR Tambo International Airport this morning. Nelson Mandela's grandson, Mandla Mandela, Fatima Hendricks, Zahira Sumar, Zukiswa Warner, Riaz Mullah, and Carrie Shalva were part of the nearly 500 activists from more than 400 countries who participated in this humanitarian campaign to deliver food, medical supplies, and aid to war-stricken Gaza. The International Relations Department said the delegation's return was being facilitated by their families as well as solidarity groups.
This is potentially good news, knowing that they're coming home and they're safe. Outside of that story, Syria's government has declared a ceasefire between its security forces and Kurdish fighters in the northern city of Aleppo, after at least one person was killed and 4 people were injured in overnight violence. Syria's Minister of Defense announced the ceasefire yesterday after meeting with the commander of the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces, saying the two sides had agreed on a comprehensive ceasefire across all fronts and military positions in northern and northeastern Syria. According to the state-run news agency, the Syrian army and the United States-backed SDF clashed after SDF fighters reportedly targeted checkpoints in the city.
Outside of South Africa now, back home. We've returned. Government of National Unity partners have rejected ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa's 10-point economic plan, accusing him of rehashing old policies that the government had failed to implement in the past. On Monday, while closing the ANC's National Executive Committee meeting, Ramaphosa outlined what he described as a new 10-point plan, which he said would boost economic growth and create jobs. Now, among the president's economic intervention was to use electricity tariffs and investment in the transmission of infrastructure to drive economic activity, which would mean preferential electricity tariffs for ferrochrome, manganese, and steel production.
It's TBR, it's 7 minutes to 7. We'll come back in a bit.
Courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
You are listening to The Breakfast Rush with Nazmira Kasim and Nishal Sarawan.
Durban, are you ready? The TBR Family 5km Fun Run and Walk hits the Blue Lagoon lawns on 11 October starting at 7 a.m. Experience the thrill of the scenic route, dash past the iconic Moses Mabhida Stadium, and soak in stunning views along the Durban Promenade. Then stick around for epic family fun and games, food trucks, prizes, and live coverage from Radio Al Ansar. Don't forget, bring along a new toy for kids in hospital, powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom stores.
Every day is a good day.
Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smile needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. Female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081 207 8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
لوحة رسومها يتم بيد وشكل بداية قال الأبد لوحة رسومها يتم بيد وشكل بداية قال الأبد فوق كرسيه الإعاقة اجتهد يجعل الحاضر معراج لغد فوق كرسي الإعاقة اجتهد يجعل الحاضر معراج لغد في سمانا قد صار هلت الفرحة في أبهى الحلل ورضا قبل والسعد اكتمل هلت الفرحة في أبهى الحلل ورضا قبل والسعد اكتمل كل من سار على الدرب وصل حيث باقات حب وامل كل من سار على الدرب وصل حيث باقات حب وامل في سمانا
Oh man, it's one of those. Put a smile on your dial. There's a little bit of sunshine. Happy.
Absolutely.
Feel nice tracks, isn't it?
It's the middle of the week.
Okay.
Why would you want to be anything else other than happy, grateful, and what else?
Just smile, man. Just smile. I'll tell you what, if you're there on our social medias, just look down on your screen. Somewhere down there's a share button, man. Go share it. Share the good vibes. Share it with all your friends, all your family, all your contacts on your list, and just bring them in so that they can come through and share the good vibes as well. Paresh out in Edenvale, thank you for the gifts this morning on TikTok. We'll take it.
I think it's fair to use the vibe of this track to remind you that today is the last day to register.
Is the last day? It's the last day?
It is.
Is that today?
Absolutely, it's the 8th, and you did say the 8th is the last day.
I'm so forgetful.
Maybe, do you want to give us a time?
I didn't remember that it's going off. Time you. No, I'm kidding. So I'd close of business today, basically. So right about 4 p.m. Is when that whole thing will be taken off the website completely. Gotcha.
And I promise you, you're going to go to the office, you're going to start your day, and at 5 o'clock, you're going to say, oh, shoot, I forgot. So do it now, like right now.
Yeah, go for it. I know that there's going to be a significant amount of people that are going to walk up on the day, on Saturday morning, and they're going to be like, I'd like to register, please. I know. They're going to be like, Assalamualaikum.
We don't encourage that, right?
But we know that you exist. This is Durban. Show promoters across genre.
Yeah.
Right? Show promoters across genre try their level best to stay away from Durban. I'm being honest.
That's terrible.
I've worked with some of the largest show promoters and producers, right, that bring big shows, international shows and what have you, to South Africa. And oftentimes they say to us, Durban, it's scary because Durban doesn't go out and purchase tickets in advance. So we, as people that are hosting this show, will never know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden on the day, you've got this massive queue outside the door, which is horrible. And they try to avoid that.
Because you kind of can delay the entire event.
And this is what we are trying to avoid on the day. The actual event getting delayed. But we do understand that people will be there. So don't worry, we'll have one table with one uncle with one machine. You can go tap your card and you can fill in the paperwork on that day. But here's the thing. Limited time. We're actually only opening that table for a very, very, very limited time. Talking about limited time, we've got limited time before we get to the main news bulletin. Did you know, before we get to news, how's this one here? 15 million children aged between 13 and 15 are now vaping in global nicotine addiction surge. The World Health Organization has issued a stark warning about the increasing number of children addicted to e-cigarettes. The organization estimates that over 15 million children aged between 13 and 15 are currently vaping worldwide. This marks what it calls an alarming new wave of nicotine addiction, driven largely by targeted marketing and misconception that vaping is less harmful than traditional smoking. The WHO's data reveals that children are, on average, 9 times more likely to vape than adults in countries where statistics are available. So the report highlights how e-cigarette companies have positioned their products as safer alternatives while aggressively marketing to younger audiences, drawing them into early nicotine use. What does the World Health Organization say about this growing concern? Well, the director of health determinants, promotion and prevention stated that e-cigarettes are fueling a new era of nicotine dependency. Now ask yourself.
Wow.
Vape, V-A-P-E. It's a short form from somewhere. What's the full word? Vapor. Now, Nishal's not going to say too much about this because I want you to do your research. You that may be wondering, but everybody said it's safer.
It's a trend.
What is vapor? Go type that in Google. What is vapor? And that is what you're putting in your lungs, sunshine. You ever had that drowning feeling? What's the time now?
7:02.
The Breakfast Rush main news bulletin.
Making news at 7, eThekwini Municipality Mayor Cyril Xaba has called for action regarding a high-speed rail link between Johannesburg and Durban, which was first proposed 15 years ago. Good morning, I'm Tabile Duma. eThekwini Municipality Mayor Cyril Xaba has called for action regarding the high-speed rail link between Johannesburg and Durban, which was first proposed 15 years ago. He said this during the launch of the municipality's Public Transport Information Centre on Monday. The launch brought together an array of stakeholders, including members of the eThekwini Transport Authority, Human Settlements Engineering and Transport Committee, and the Metro Police. Xaba urged colleagues to look into the high-speed rail link between the two economic hubs. He highlighted that President Cyril Ramaphosa reiterated the issue of high-speed trains between Johannesburg and Durban in the 2024 State of the Nation address. That was after the cabinet in November 2023 had endorsed the idea. Xaba said he had discussions with the Development Bank of Southern Africa when he was in Johannesburg and said that they are keen to facilitate the project and get it off the ground and that they are willing to look at blended finance for the project. The KwaDukuza municipality is set to spend close to 12 million rands expanding its council chamber to allow for larger attendance at its meetings. The municipality aims to increase the capacity of its chamber from 60 physical seats to a total of 100. The current council chambers do not have the capacity to convene ordinary sittings due to demarcation reforms and the growth of a proportional representation of parties over the years. Within the current term of office, the council is composed of 59 party representatives, which is a significant growth from 57 compared to the previous term of office. As an alternative, all council sittings are convened at the KwaDukuza Town Hall to address this shortfall. In more local news, a Constable Minentle Makai, arrested for using a hijacking victim's bank card, now faces new theft and fraud charges. The officer was found with 272 bank cards, some linked to the 2021 looting incidents in KwaZulu-Natal, 10 of which were analyzed and found to have been stolen at the Bridge City Mall in Duzuma during the looting. Makai appeared in Durban yesterday He was subpoenaed to court after Hawks investigators brought new charges of theft and fraud against him. This was related to the hijacking of Shahida Ramsamy outside a fast food outlet in Malvern on the 11th of September last year. Her 11-year-old daughter Zara was killed during the hijacking. According to the charge sheet, Makhaya gave authority to his friend Nogwazi Ndlovu to use Shahida Ramsamy's debit card to make purchases. The case was adjourned. In national news, KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Ntantla Mkhwanazi yesterday dismissed a suggestion that the political killings at Tasker team was a political initiative and that the decision to disband it was a lawful political decision. Replying during his testimony on the first day of the parliamentary inquiry into allegations of security matters, Mkhwanazi said that such an argument won't stand. He was responding to Chief Evidence Leader Norman Andrensa, who said that it could be argued by some implicated that the PKTT was a political initiative and its dissolution was a political decision that was entirely lawful. President Cyril Ramaphosa has named the panel for the selection of the new National Director of Public Prosecutions. The current National Director of Public Prosecutions, Advocate Shamila Batoyi's term of office comes to an end in January next year. Justice Minister Mameloko Kubai will lead the 7-member panel. The panel will also include the chairperson of the South African Human Rights Commission, the chairperson of the Commission for Gender Equality, the Auditor General of South Africa, the chairperson of the Public Service Commission, a representative of the Black Lawyers Association, and a representative of the National Association of Democratic Lawyers. And finally, the Palestinian resistance movement Hamas has outlined its key conditions in the ongoing ceasefire negotiations in Egypt, saying that it seeks to overcome all obstacles in order to reach an agreement that meets the aspirations of the people in the Gaza Strip. Hamas spokesperson Fawzi Bahum made the remarks in a press release yesterday following the resumption of the talks on a US-backed Gaza ceasefire plan in Egypt. He said the demands outlined by Hamas include a permanent and comprehensive ceasefire, a full Israeli withdrawal from Gaza, unrestricted entry of humanitarian and relief aid, the return of displaced people to their homes, and a fair prisoner exchange deal. Taking a look at financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 17 rands and 21 cents, to the euro at 20 rands and 7 cents, to the pound at 23 rands and 10 cents. The Saudi Riyal is at 4 rands and 59 cents. Gold is trading at $3,984.15 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $65.66 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with your headlines at 7:30. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Tabila Duma.
Thank you very much, Tabila Duma. People are sort of shocked at the global statistic that we just read a little while ago with regard to vaping, right? So globally, more than 100 million people are vaping, including around 86 million adults. However, the inclusion of approximately 15 million children in this figure has raised concern amongst your health officials about the potential long-term impact on health.
I think we need to have more workshops for younger people.
Yeah.
And maybe title it cool or something, because there's a lot of things that is seen as cool, but is damaging.
It's very
like
damaging.
Taking a vape and putting it in a child's mouth. And I've seen videos of this happening, so I'm mentioning it. Are things that are seen as cool.
So Shakira comes through and she's equally as shocked. She's like 15 million kids. Yes, globally.
And
globally.
The more astonishing part for me is that it's illegal. If you're under the age of 18.
Breakfast rush traffic.
He's on the roads and he's here with us inside your radio as well. Superintendent Rauf, assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. We have congestion on the N3 going towards Peter Mansburg. As you get from about the M13, where it joins the N3, from there all the way down towards Key Ridge, going towards Crater Ridge as well. Slow moving traffic, just allow for extra traveling time. The accident on the N2 northbound, just before the M7, the right-hand lane is obstructed. There's going to be delays in that vicinity. Remember the earlier one with the M19 on-ramp from the M19 N2 northbound. Stuck on the right-hand lane, gone up the embankment. So there's delays there as well. And don't forget the big one at Sinkwazi, where the truck with the double trailers overturned the recovery is going to be taking place soon, so that N2 will be solved. Vehicle broken down on, this looks like the N3 coming to Durban near Hammersdale. It's on the left-hand lane, but you got like a 1 meter, a little less, yellow line that's there. It's partly on the yellow line, partly on the left lane. So traffic is backing up in that vicinity as well. Just be aware of that and be cautious as you drive in that vicinity. Another one, we have an accident. Now this one's on the M13 just before Hillcrest. We spoke about this earlier on. It was a head-on collision, so it's still there. They're busy sorting it out. 2 light motor vehicles involved in this one on the M13 westbound, going towards Malmesburg, but it's just before Hillcrest. That's your second update.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Raouf. Much appreciated. Seems the trucks are doing their own thing this morning.
People are doing their own thing this morning.
You take it easy. We'll catch up with you in a bit on the show.
All right.
Wa alaikum salam. Now, something that is making news and is something that we should be talking about, because NGOs are urging the public to speak out as government moves to criminalize baby savers. We have on the line and, of course, on social media with us. She's going to be on our YouTube channel, our Facebook, our Instagram, and that. Millie Hertz, the founder of Project Life, Mhlali Baby Saver, that's located at Christchurch North Coast. We'll be speaking with her after these messages.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willowton Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Get ready, Durban! The TBR Family 5-kilometer fun run and walk is happening. 11 October at the Blue Lagoon Lawns, kicking off at 7 a.m. Join us for a day packed with excitement, a scavenger hunt, kite building, a burger eating showdown, and prizes galore. Enjoy food trucks, family games, and a live 6-hour broadcast from Radio Al Ansar. Don't forget, bring a new toy to brighten a child's day in hospital. Powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom stores.
Africa. For too many communities across Africa and the world, access to clean water remains a dream. At Africa Muslims Agency, we dig deep, reaching into the heart of the earth to fill the cups of those in need. Sponsor a water well for 16,500 Rand, or a borehole in Afghanistan for 55,000 Rand, or Africa for 65,000 Rand, or any amount. With water comes food, health, education, and growth. An ongoing reward with Africa Muslims Agency.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willowton Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
It's 13 minutes after 7 in a move that's caused widespread outrage and concern. The Department of Social Development has proposed amendments to the Children's Act that could criminalize the use of baby savers, those life-saving boxes where desperate mothers can safely and anonymously relinquish their babies instead of abandoning them in unsafe places. Here in Durban, non-profit organizations have spoken out against the proposal, saying these boxes have saved countless lives. Just this past weekend, 2 babies were safely placed in baby savers, one on the Bluff and another in Umhlali, and both are now in safe care. To help us better understand what's at stake, we're joined by Millie Hertz, founder of Project Life, Mhlali Baby Saver, located at Christchurch, North Coast. Millie, good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al-Ansar.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for discussing this important topic.
Thank you for making the time for us this morning. Now, to start off, can you tell us about the work your organization does with abandoned or relinquished babies in Durban?
Well, we try to prevent unsafe abandonment, but not encourage abandonment. And we do this through school programs. I'm actually, right after this interview, leaving to go to a holiday club, whereby we're going to be spending time with over 200 youth today to teach them about safer sex and prevent things like STIs, HIV, unplanned pregnancy. So we're really trying to work with prevention more than anything else. And then we have our Baby Saver box located in Mhlali. And part of the work we also do with the Baby Saver box is to have women and girls reach out to us, and we offer pregnancy options counseling. So we've already helped 15 moms in the last 2 years since the Baby Saver is there who wanted to use the Saver, but then we were able to point them to social workers and to support instead. And then they chose to either parent or place their babies for adoption in the legal way. So we do not walk around saying, baby in this box. We do this because we believe that in most cases that the best place for a baby is with its mommy and with its family. So we don't want all of these babies coming through the box. We're not encouraging abandonment. We're trying to prevent unsafe abandonment. And there is a clear distinction between leaving a baby in a rubbish bin or a field and leaving a baby in a Baby Saver box.
Millie, for those that may not know, what exactly is a Baby Saver or baby box, and how does it work in practice?
So a Baby Saver box is a metal box. There is a network of Baby Savers around South Africa. So there are over 25 Baby Savers around South Africa. You can find a list of where they are on the Baby Saver South Africa website. And as a network, we try to work together to prevent unsafe abandonment. The box works by having an alarm that triggers when a baby is placed inside the box. And then we have a medical response team that comes through within minutes. Both times we've had a baby through the box, we were there in under 6 minutes to respond to that child. And then IPSS medical examined the child, examined the baby, and cleared the baby as being healthy. And that is our process. And it's so that babies aren't left in unsafe places, but rather safely relinquished.
The Department of Social Development's proposal seeks to criminalize the use of baby savers. Now, from your perspective on the ground, what impact do you think this could have on vulnerable mothers and babies?
Well, this is absolutely devastating, and it's actually quite ludicrous that the government can't see the distinction between a rubbish bin and a Baby Saver box. It's absolutely insane to most people. If you go read the comments on social media, you will see people do not understand why the government would want to do this. It makes absolutely no sense. It would be devastating for mothers because they would be forced to leave their babies in unsafe places. We don't know why mothers do this, and it's very easy for us to sit on our high horse and to judge people who do this, but we don't understand the desperate situations that people are in. We don't understand. Perhaps this woman was sexually assaulted. Perhaps this baby is a baby of rape. We don't know the circumstance. There are moms who reach out to me who go to hospital to give birth, who don't have a single thing for their baby. They don't have a nappy. They don't have a baby grow. They have nothing. And what can we not rather try and support these women? Can we not rather try and help them at a prevention level? And so there is so much that needs to be done within this whole movement. There are no easy, quick fixes to it, you know, but removing baby savers is not one of the solutions to this problem of baby abandonment. It will only make it worse.
Absolutely. How can ordinary citizens get involved or make their voices heard on this issue?
Well, this is really important, and I really urge listeners to get involved. So there is a petition online that people can sign. However, petitions do not hold the same weight and the same value as sending an opposing email. So if I may ask you, please, as the presenters, to post it on your social media platforms for people to get to that email address so that they can send in that opposing email. It will take less than a minute of your time. All you have to say is, I so-and-so oppose this idea of criminalizing baby savers and including baby savers as unsafe abandonment. And I oppose this idea. And then you sign it off and you say, yours sincerely and your name. And it's not going to ever count against you in any way. And please, it is going to make such a difference to these babies. Nobody wants to see babies dying alone in fields. Nobody wants this. I mean, can you imagine what a devastatingly painful death it is for babies who die in unsafe places, of the cold, of hunger, of neglect? It is unthinkable that any newborn should ever have to die in that way. So please, 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 we're begging you to please go and send in those opposing emails. It can make such a difference. Please, listeners, and please have compassion on these mothers. These mothers don't need judgment. They need our love. They need our compassion. And the baby savers offer this through being completely anonymous and being available 24/7 for a desperate mommy to place her baby in, because she wants to do the right thing for her child.
Absolutely. Millie, I want to thank you for your time this morning. Clearly, from listening to you speak, we can hear the passion in your words as the founder of Project Life, just speaking out against what is going on currently. Thank you for making the time for us this morning, and thank you for bringing this information to our listeners. We do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.
Of course.
That is the founder of Project Life from Mhlali Baby Saver, located at Christchurch North Coast, Millie Hurd, speaking on this subject. Now, as you know, whenever we read the stories about babies being abandoned, and we look at, we continue reading down into the story, and you find that members of the public heard a noise in a bin, and they go to the bin, and inside the bin is a baby wrapped in a towel or whatever the case may be. And we think to ourselves, this poor little one.
Absolutely.
At the very least, we think to ourselves, this poor little one. And then we dig into the story a little bit. And, after a while, they say mother found, arrested, whatever the case may be. And then you find out the circumstances around it. Hopefully, you find out the circumstances around it. Oftentimes, we don't.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, we wonder what happened to this child. Oftentimes, we wondered, was this child okay a week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later? Now, here you have organizations, NGOs that put in place something to ensure the health and safety of this literally newborn baby. This child who cannot in any way fend for themselves. So Millie's going to send us the URL and all of those things, and you can go and check it out. And if you want to write that email as she's urged you to, that's completely up to you.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willowton Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Hi, my name is Raya from Dubai, and I listen to the Breakfast Rush Radio Al Ansar.
The Al Ansar Cancer Support Group hosts its annual Chai Day on Saturday, 25th October 2025 at the Al Ansar Hall, 189 West Road, Overpool. a humble appeal is made to you to contribute mini cakes and savories for our tea garden. To pledge your support, kindly contact Zora Parak on 064 963 1193.
Color your world with Color Trade Paints. Color Trade Paints, stockers of interior and exterior coatings. We got you covered with our wide range of roof colors and are stockers of industrial floor coatings. A Color Trade innovation, the 4-in-1 primer must always be your first choice. Magic Cover PVA, 99 Rand per 5 liters. Peach, cream or white. Restore your driveway with high durability jet black tar coat, 690 Rands per 20 liters. Get to a Color Trade Paint store near you or visit our e-store. Call 086 126 8888 for free delivery. Make the right paint choice. Always ensure color before trade. Buy Color Trade Paints.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0.
For the absolutely stunning Magic Chromatic iPhone 17, get to our set of Vodacom stores today. It's 5G, it comes with a free starter pack, and it normally sells for 20,799 rands. You can get this today, prepaid at 256 gigabytes for 20,299 rands. That is a whopping saving. You can also get the prepaid 512 gigabytes if you want to go bigger. That was 25,999 rand. Available now at our set of Vodacom stores for 25,499 rands. You'll also get yourself the free 2-port 3.4 amp car charger that's valued at 499 rands. Available in black or white, sage, the stunning lavender, or the mist blue. And if you're prepping to join us this week, Saturday on the 11th of October, get yourself the ultimate way to watch your health. How do you do this? The Apple way, with the Apple Watch SE3 GPS. Now, this device was 5,999 rand. You can get it now at 5,399 rand. Available in midnight and starlight. Absolutely stunning. I'm looking at the pictures now, and it's definitely something that I want around my wrist. Looking for the favorite nasheeds to keep you moving this week, Saturday. Get the AirPods 4. For the Apple fans, you get the standard at 2,349 rand, or with ANC at 3,799 rand. The best prices always at our set of Vodacom stores.
Talking about them, they are your chief sponsors over this weekend at the Breakfast Rush Family Fun Run and Walk. Thank you very much to the Cellular City Group.
This feature on The Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, The Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0 Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, The Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0.
The Breakfast Rush. It's the people's choice.
في ليلة من الليالي لست أدري ما تراني ظلمة تغمرني يا رب الأرض ضاقت والسماء وقلبي ما رفض ضياء والدمع بات يبكي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي عصيت والذنب كبير وإني في حزني أسير مقيد بذنبي يا رب فهل أستحق يا إلهي العفو مجرما مقر بالذنوب يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي أنت الذي خلقتني رحمتني ورزقتني دوما يا رب قد كنت معي لكنني نأيت عنك نسيت ما قد كان لك وسرت في طريق يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي أنت الذي خلقتني رحمتني ورزقتني دوما يا رب قد كنت معي لكنني أعرف عنك نسيت ما قد كان وسرت في طريق يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي واليوم يا ربي أعود من ظلمة خلف الحدود فالقلب منكسر وطرفي حار وأنا الغريق فلا أرى إلا سواك لمنقذا لا منجى ولا منجى إلا أنت يا إلهي 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 يا إلهي
TBR, it says no. That was not one of those tracks that you heard in that movie with that green character that was drawn by somebody in America. No.
Those cute little ogres.
You think so? Yeah, right. Okay. Hey, I'm not going to go anywhere near that. It's 7:30. We got to get into your next traffic update, figure out what's going on the roads. But I'd like to remind you at this point in time that, yes, you, wherever you're sitting, you are our eyes and ears on the roads. So if you come across anything that we should be talking about and just informing other road users about traffic snags and that, let us know on WhatsApp at 060-904-1056. Still to come on your breakfast rush. Last look at traffic now. We've got sport because it's Wednesday. We'll speak with brother Buddy Govender. And of course, it's Wellness Wednesday, proudly brought to you by Flowpath. And today we're talking about metabolic diseases, courtesy of Flowpath Lab. And our guest is General Practitioner Dr. Sanpath, who'll be joining us in our studio here in Durban. So Wellness Wednesdays, talking about metabolic diseases with Dr. Sanpath in a little bit on the program.
Looking forward to it. I honestly, I'm going to be very honest. I don't know much about metabolic diseases.
She's honestly going to be very honest.
Very honest. Double.
Headlines. So news headlines for this morning, and reminding you whilst we're getting you your news headlines that your main news bulletin is coming out of Johannesburg, and WhatsApp has frozen in our studio, so we're trying to get it back for you. We're trying to unfreeze WhatsApp just to get you your headlines. And if you're wondering why we have to unfreeze WhatsApp, it's because it's here like this.
Making news at the bottom of the hour. A web of alleged tax fraud worth 7.3 million rands unraveled in the KwaZulu-Natal High Court in Durban yesterday as the extensive indictment for businessman Toshan Pandey and his co-accused brother-in-law was read out. Former police captain Eugene Van Tonder, one of the officers falsely implicated in the infamous Cato Manor death squad allegations, expressed a relief yesterday after reaching a confidential settlement with the state over his damages claim. And finally, French President Emmanuel Macron is facing mounting calls to resign following the collapse of his government and the resignation of his latest Prime Minister. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Tabila Duma.
Thank you very much, Tabila Duma.
Breakfast rush traffic.
Last one for the morning. Superintendent Raouf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. If you're traveling on the N3 coming towards Durban, at the top of Kiwi, there's some roadworks taking place. There's a stock broken down. Now the left-hand lane and breakdown lanes obstructed, so traffic is backing up considerably on the N3 coming towards Durban. Please allow for it for traveling time if you're coming on the N3 towards Durban. You got a stationary vehicle. There's another one now. On the N3 north, this is now going towards Pietermaritzburg. Fifth gear ramp. Okay, it's just being towed now, so that one is clear. Traffic is moving quite nicely. N2 north, as you go from Koenig and Zovo, the left-hand lane is closed. You've got a heavy motor vehicle. This is the R102. You've got a heavy motor vehicle that's broken down in the left-hand lane, so that's causing problems. Traffic is backing up in this vicinity. Slow-moving traffic still on the N2 northbound between the M7 and Spaghetti. The N2 southbound between Msloti and Mslanga because of the roadworks. Also the M41 a bit congested coming around the Hip and Bend. Victoria Embankment as well coming up the Southern Freeway. A little bit congested as well. Allow for extra traveling time, please. That's your final update.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Raouf. Much appreciated. You have a wonderful day, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow morning, inshallah. Wa alaikum salam. It's time to get into your sporting updates. So if you're one of those people like Nazmira Kasim who really pays attention to all things sport because she wants to be in the stadium and just make sure she's taking in the atmosphere and all of that, then you definitely want to listen to this.
The Breakfast Rush Sport Update with Buddy Governor.
Yes, it is. Buddy Governor, assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
Walaikum salam. Good Wednesday morning to you both. Hope you're good.
Alhamdulillah.
So much better to have you on the program. Buddy, tell us what's happening in your report.
Yeah. Let's fly over to Shanghai. The tennis masters is on. 38-year-old Novak Djokovic became the oldest player to reach an ATP Masters 1000 quarterfinal after beating Jean Monod 6-3, 5-7, 6-2. Holger Rune saw off Giovanni Perican 6-4, 6-7, 6-3. Staying in China, the Wuhan Tennis Open, Iga Swiatek cruised into the third round after a comfy 6-1, 6-1 victory over Maria Boskova. Naomi Osaka reached the second round with a come from behind 4-6, 7-5, 6-3 win over Leila Fernandez. The ICC Women's Cricket World Cup. Heather Knight scored an unbeaten 79 as England made it 2 wins in as many matches after a 4-wicket victory over Bangladesh. Well, the draw for the South African knockouts quarterfinals has been done. Golden Arrows will take on TS Galaxy. Gallants will take on Stellenbosch. Pirates host Magesi. And Richards Bay will face Durban City. Today at 11 a.m., we can see the Australian women versus the Pakistan women. It's match 9, the ICC Women's World Cup. Also, this weekend, starting today, we got a host of FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifiers. It starts today across the world. Bafana plays Zimbabwe in a crucial one on Friday. This Friday, inshallah, I will round off the final preparations for the upcoming Family 5K Fun Run Walk. So look forward to that one. It'll give you the tips on what to do in the last few hours leading up to the fun run. And, of course, how to round off that fun run as well.
Without a doubt, buddy, looking forward to it. So I think if somebody went, because last week's tip was if you bought new tackies for the fun run, don't wear it for the first time on the day. Start wearing it like a week before. So today's mini tip would be, if you haven't started doing that, start now.
Yep, exactly. And I know what you're saying, but make sure it's not tacky, it's actually running shoes.
Wait, hold on. Hang on. What is the difference?
Yes. Okay, let's take Jack Purcell. You remember those white?
Those are tennis shoes.
You're not going to be running in that.
Those are tennis shoes, guys. Come on. Thanks, man.
Yes.
Thanks, buddy. Have yourself a wonderful day. We'll catch up soon.
Yours as well.
There we
Good
go.
luck to you, Nazmira, and the team.
Waalaikum salam.
There we go. Buddy Governor gives you your full sporting update. Next one on Friday morning. And, of course, his program called Kickoff over the weekend. We're looking forward to that coming up soon, as I mentioned, courtesy of Flowpath Laboratories. Your Wellness Wednesday topic of discussion today is metabolic diseases. General practitioner Dr. Sanpat in the studio at the moment. We're just getting him set up with his hair, his makeup, his microphone, all those. We took his white coat away, sent it for dry. No, I'm kidding. We'll get him on your show, your Breakfast Rush, after this.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
The Breakfast Rush. It's the only way to start your day.
Verily, every soul shall taste death. A gentle reminder for all of us. The Al-Ansar Outreach warmly invites you, dear sisters, to our annual Ghusl classes, a sacred journey guided by respected mu'allimas. Ladies only, Saturday, 25th October, 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Seats are limited, so don't delay. Register now. 031-208-1601.
It's official. Checkers Foods Kawi Park is our first food store with a halal butchery, bakery and deli certified by NIHT, the National Independent Halal Trust. This will ensure high standards and ethical practices across our butchery, bakery and deli from farm to table. So visit Checkers Foods Kawi Park for an exceptional shopping experience that keeps getting better and better.
This December, travel the world with Shore Mithas Travel. Choose from one of our exclusive packages: Abu Dhabi and Doha, Brazil and Peru, Dubai and Cairo, Iraq and Cairo, Cairo and Sharm el-Sheikh, or celebrate the New Year in Mauritius, Doha or Dubai. We have the perfect package waiting for you. Visit us at our head office in Overport, our branch in Malvern Park Shopping Centre, or our branch in Rylands Estate, Cape Town. Call Shore Mithas Travel on 031-207-6987 and make this December truly unforgettable.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
TBR, it is 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg. And if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram live at the moment, in studio, our guest courtesy of Flowpath Laboratories is Dr. Sanpath, talking about metabolic diseases. Now, as you know, this part of the program, your Wellness Wednesdays, proudly brought to you by these folks.
Wellness Wednesdays on The Breakfast Rush, brought to you by Flowpath Laboratories. Visit flowpathlab.coza.
So, Wellness Wednesdays is, and we're talking about metabolic diseases, silent threads that can lead to serious complications if ignored. Joining us is Dr. Sanpath, the general practitioner with years of experience in community health. Doctor, a very good morning to you and welcome to Radio Al-Ansar.
Good morning, Nishal. Thank you, everyone, for having me.
It's a pleasure, and thank you, Flowpath Labs, for making it possible, your Wellness Wednesday. Doctor, what do you mean when we talk about metabolic diseases?
Okay, Nishal, so metabolic diseases, in simple terms, it's the concept of the metabolism, which is basically when you convert your food into energy. And metabolic diseases are conditions that disrupt this body function and this process. So we put all these metabolic diseases into an umbrella term called metabolic syndrome. And that has conditions like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and hypercholesterolemia or high cholesterol. Of course, these things also are linked with obesity. And they're often called, silent diseases because people can have them for years and years without having any obvious signs or symptoms. And in the meantime, it's causing such damage to your vital organs like your kidney, your heart, and your eyes. So it's something to be on the lookout for.
Doc, why are these conditions becoming so common in our communities?
Well, we all know we're getting a lot more stress these days. Our lifestyles are a lot more multifaceted. So it's different factors, but the modern lifestyle is the main driver of why it's becoming more common. The dietary choices that we have these days, we're more exposed to processed foods, sugar, as well as a lack of physical activity and even chronic stress. Then, of course, we have our genetics, which we can't run away from, and we have a genetic predisposition to this. Now, if you put this in a South African context, the stats are quite alarming. According to the International Diabetes Federation, over 4.2 million South Africans are currently living with diabetes, and of course, so many are still undiagnosed. So, looking at some national health surveys as well, it found that almost 1 in 3 South African adults suffer from high blood pressure, and 70% of women and 39% of men are overweight or obese. So these are not just numbers, but they're showing us a public health crisis unfolding before our eyes.
I think the positive that I took out from there is that I'm within the 61%. Yay me. Anyway, Doc, what early signs or symptoms should people look out for?
So the great thing about our body is that it gives us warning signs, at least. So these can include things like constant fatigue. Even after you have a nap or a sleep, you're still feeling tired, increased thirst, and constantly going to urinate. Even fluctuations in your weight that you can't explain, or even blurry vision. Those can be hallmarks that metabolic disease is underlying. But the most dangerous aspect of metabolic disease is that in the early stages, you can feel fine. So that's something that can be a bit dangerous because you can have dangerously high blood sugar or even cholesterol levels, and you're not having any symptoms at all. So we have to find some way to proactively screen for this.
Now, how can blood tests help detect these problems early?
So that's where this proactive screening comes in with the blood tests, because our blood tests are our body's window into what is going on underneath. So they can detect imbalances long before they even cause any irreversible damage. So that's why we're grateful to professional service, like, for example, flow path pathology, at the labs over there. They're very key for us as GPs to understand the community and our patients. So there's a test like the HbA1c that shows us our average blood sugar over 3 months. Then you can do things like a lipid profile. You have to fast to do those tests, as our listeners might know. And that lipid profile will show us the different types of cholesterol. And with these results, as long as they're accurate and reliable, we can intervene early as doctors, and we can prevent this from going into a full-blown disease.
You're talking about intervention and prevention. Let's look at the other side. What happens if these conditions go untreated?
So they can be life-altering consequences if they're left untreated. And when metabolic disease is uncontrolled, it shows itself as the leading cause of preventable death and disability. So if you look at the global picture, cardiovascular disease is the number one killer. And conditions like high cholesterol and diabetes are the main driving force behind that. So in South Africa, one of the main consequences that we see due to diabetes is kidney failure. And most of us know in our family someone who had a lower limb or leg amputated. It's also a primary cause of blindness, a preventable cause of blindness in working age adults. And if you have untreated high blood pressure, it of course can lead to a life-altering thing like a stroke. Now, I don't mean to scare you. This is not scare tactics, but they're preventable medical realities for us.
So, what lifestyle changes make the biggest difference?
So, along with early detection, lifestyle modification is very crucial, because we don't need to go to extreme measures and start starving ourselves. But landmark studies like the Diabetes Prevention Program, they have showed that even modest changes such as losing just 5 to 7% of your body weight and then incorporating 30 minutes of brisk walking at least 5 days a week, they can reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes by over 50%. So we should all get our steps in. And, my advice is to always focus at least on a diet that's rich in whole foods, vegetables, lean protein, and minimize processed carbohydrates and sugar. So the other things of our lifestyle we can do is to quit smoking and find healthy ways to manage our stress. Yeah.
So I know he didn't say it in these words, but it sounded to me like the doctor just recommended you take part in our fun run this weekend. It sounded like that to me. I'm saying he didn't say it. He's right here. You can see him on the screen. He didn't say it in those words, but what he said is get your steps in, and you can do that at our fun run this weekend. So we're looking forward to it. Doctor recommended must walk. So tell us, how can listeners get screened or start taking charge of their metabolic health?
So in this case, ignorance is definitely not bliss. The first step to all of this is knowledge. So your local GP is your first point of call to discuss your risk factors, because everyone is different. So your doctor can then refer you on to go and do blood tests. They might be able to do it there, but good facility, for example, like Flowpath Laboratories, we can do comprehensive metabolic screening, and they have a full panel of blood tests that they can do.
Yes.
And like I said, make sure that you're able to get a fasting blood sugar test, an HbA1c, your lipid profile, and obviously at the doctor, he'll be able to check your blood pressure, give you an assessment of your weight, and they can give us a good objective snapshot of how exactly our metabolic health is. And then the doctor can tailor a management plan according to all your results.
Doc, fasting means different things for different people. When you say fasting test, what exactly do we as patients need to do?
So your doctor will send you for a fasting test. He'll say, okay, come back for a fasting test tomorrow from 10 o'clock the night before. No food, no juice, coffee, tea, until you go and see the doctor. You can have some water before that. So that will show, without any food obscuring the blood results, where exactly your metabolic profile lies.
So generally speaking, doctors are available after 10 a.m. So because they're doing rounds at hospitals, whatever the case may be. That's a good 12 hours without consuming anything besides possibly water. And that's the best scenario for going and getting your fasting test done.
Well, what another good option is labs like Flowpath Laboratories. They open much earlier than most of the doctors do. So your doctor can even give you a request form and tell you to go to the lab, which is much easier, you know, and you can get it done without having to starve in the queue at the doctor's office.
And the other fantastic thing is that Flowpath can send somebody over to you.
Yes, the home visits. Excellent.
That is like 2.0 level. Doc, as a final question for this morning, what message would you like to leave us with today?
So my final message is simple: to know our numbers. Now, not just your phone number. Most of us can't remember our phone numbers these days, or friends' phone numbers, but we should know where exactly our blood sugar level lies, our cholesterol level, and our blood pressure as well. These numbers are far more critical to our long-term well-being. So we shouldn't wait for a health crisis like a stroke or kidney failure or chest pain to force us to pay attention. We'd rather get ahead of things, be proactive, and prevention is always better. It's easier and it's in the end cheaper if you do it that way, preventing it. So get tested, understand your risk, and take control of your health. Get in touch with your local doctor. My practice is at Unit 7 in Chatsworth. If patients do want to reach me, they can just Google Dr. Sanpath and it will be there. But you can get me on 087 265 1585. 087 265 1585. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sanpath, for those valuable and sobering insights. Folks, remember, these silent conditions can be controlled, as you've just heard from our good doctor, if caught early. Take charge of your health, take charge of your wellness on our Wellness Wednesdays. And for reliable testing, you can reach out to Flowpath Pathology Labs. They're here in Durban, 031208 2834, or you could send them a WhatsApp on 0607412622, and their professional team is ready to assist you. For more information about early testing that's life-saving, listen to this.
Wellness Wednesdays on The Breakfast Rush, brought to you by Flowpath Laboratories. Visit flowpathlab.coza.
Fast results, fair prices, that's Flowpath. Every medical aid lab test at 30% less. SANAS ISO accredited and trusted for over 20 years. Before your next test, take the price test. Flowpath Laboratories, your smart choice.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
From South Africa to the world, it's your number one, The Breakfast Rush with Nishal Sarawan.
Radio Al-Ansar welcomes your feedback. If you have a broadcasting-related complaint, please put it in writing and address it to the head of the Complaints Committee. Include your full name, contact details, a clear description of your complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za, that's feedback@alansar.org.za, or bring it in person to our Pietermaritzburg office at 240 Ortman Road, Willowton. Your input helps us serve you better.
This hadith is sponsored by Ashraful Aid, International Humanitarian Organization.
حديث أدي قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم الكيس من دان نفسه وعمل لما بعد الموت والعاجز من أتبع نفسه هواها وتمنى على الله. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the intelligent one is he who has subdued his desires, and he who has worked for what comes after death. And the foolish one is he who follows his desires and has vain hopes about Allah.
This hadith is sponsored by Ashraful Aid, International Humanitarian Organization.
Are you looking for a meaningful way to fulfill your zakat obligation? Look no further than Ashraful Aid. With our trusted track record, your zakat reaches those who need it the most in the most honorable and dignified manner. Visit our website at www.ashrafulaid.org.
Welcome to Simplex Radio. Visit our showroom for the full range of car audio. Our TV department carries top brands with quality LED panels, full HD to Ultra HD, and now the experience of Super Ultra HD. Visit our theater rooms and transform your home with brands like Onkyo, Integra, Denon, Boston Acoustics, Yamaha, and more for quality audio visual experience. Now available, full range of home appliances. A one-stop shopping experience. Call 031 306 4029 or Kenilworth Park, 202 Brickfield Road, Overport. Simplex Radio, the name you can trust.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
You know, we say Allah knows best. We're always saying that, right? Allah knows best. And here's the thing. You're told to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You're told to take care of your health. You're told to pay attention.
Yes.
You're told. So you don't need to hear it from me or Nesmira, and Doc is still sitting here, so I'm not saying it behind his back. You don't even need to hear it from Doc to take care of yourself. You're getting it from your creator. Pay attention to your body. Your body is designed to give you notification. Your head is paining, something's wrong. Your toe is paining, something is wrong. You're going to the toilet too often, you're feeling thirsty, something's wrong. Your body's designed to do that. So listen, pay attention. We got news coming.